this bill was really put together so we could have a procedure and plan it. In no way is it trying to regulate immigration or refugees or anything like that. Is to actually give us a process on how we can do it and a public process. It's requiring legislative approval on a refugee resettlement plan. It also is providing for assignment to a committee and providing for public hearings. What we do on page 2 is this bill actually appropriates the authority to the legislature. According to the 1980 Act, there's only 2 people that can submit this program. It's the governor or it's the legislative authority. So this is granting that so we can get public process into this program, especially one of importance. It also, the refugee resettlement plan shall be submitted to the legislature on page 3 with the following items. The 6 items that are listed there are actually listed in the 1980 Refugee Resettlement Act. The same information that a governor or anybody would have to submit in order to get funding. So we just go over those again in the process. This management councils will assign this to a resettlement plan to a joint interim committee where it can be discussed and vetted properly and then brought to this legislative body if they so desire to bring something before us in order to consider and pass it forward. Thank you.
Is there anyone that would like to speak in opposition to the bill? Representative Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Majority Floor Leader. More on the line of a question. I know that once refugees are in the country, they can move anywhere they want to, just like anyone with a green card or any one of us. So in reviewing this, and I see also it does not specifically require a plan, the bill is only for if the governor and the legislature chose to have a plan. So as far as I can tell, there would actually be no impact on the number of refugees in Wyoming now or on any future number of refugees because of people's ability to move. So if it could just be clarified, seeing as it doesn't require a plan and people can come and go as they want to, what would be the impact of the bill and what would happen if there wasn't a plan?
Representative Connolly?
Thank you, Madam Majority Floor Leader. My first time at the mic, so I had to get used to it. I, too, want to just follow up with a question and also a concern following with the good representative from Cheyenne, and that's that it seems to me that this could be a solution looking for a problem. From what I've just seen, that in a recent fiscal year, there are only 50,000 refugees. Only one went to Montana. Again, refugees are legal immigrants in the United States, vetted before they come across the border. They have the right to move anywhere. To me, what I've seen is the governor has simply asked for the faith community to work with him and the Humanities Council to consider having a refugee resettlement program in the state like every other state in the nation has. So, again, this seems really detailed for a non-issue at this point.
Time. Would anyone else like to speak in opposition of the bill? Representative Reeder?
Thank you. Well, first of all, there is no physical or personal impact in this. And yes, refugees, according to the 1980 Refugee Resettlement Act, refugees can go anywhere. This would only address if we were to decide to have a program on how to pay for them while they're here, housing, schooling. It would have to be laid out so we understood where the dollars are coming from, federal or our state. I don't believe that since we do not have a program at this time, this would just simply give us a process and an open process on decide. Thank you.
The Chief Clerk will call roll.
Allen. Baker. Baldwin. Barlow. Berger,
Aye.
Blackburn, Blake, Burkhart, Byrd, Campbell, Kennedy, Clem, Connolly, Dayton, Edmonds, Edwards, Eklund, Esquivel, Freeman, Gay excused, Greer, Halverson, Harshman, Harvey, Hunt, Yagi, Jennings, Kasparic, Kinner, Kirkbride, Croker, Crone, Larson Lloyd, Larson Dan, Lindholm, Lockhart, Laux, Madden, McKim, Miller, Moniz, Nicholas, Northrup, Paxton, Pelkey, Petroff, Piperinen, Cannell, Reeder, Schwartz, Summers, Steinmetz, Stubson, Throne, Walters, Wilson, Winters, Swanitzer Dan, Swanitzer Dave. Mr. Speaker, excused. I'm about to close the vote. Are there any changes? Are there any changes? The vote is closed. 44 aye, 14 no, 2 excused.
House Bill 47 has been introduced and is assigned to committee number 9.
All right.
The next bill for our consideration